Today we're making 4 easy side dishes that are perfect for Easter dinner. You guys, Easter is one of those holidays that I just don't think should be overcomplicated like Thanksgiving. We are doing it super simple in this house. I'm smoking a ham outside. I'm gonna be making some side dishes. Today we're gonna do 4 of them. I've got drinks out in the fridge and it is gonna be super easy. I'm hoping for good weather, so we'll see how that goes. We are gonna get started with these honey roasted glazed carrots. These are popular on the blog every single holiday and they are seriously so easy to prep with minimal ingredients, so let's get to it. All right, friends, to get started on this recipe, we are gonna preheat that oven to 400 degrees. I've got 6 large carrots that I'm gonna wash. This is really good for like 4 to 5 people if you're serving multiple side dishes. If you have a lot of people coming over, either double or triple this recipe. Then you're just gonna peel these. I like to cut off the tops and bottom ends and just get rid of those. And then I chop this into about 3 wedges and slice it right down the center. These roast really well when they're nice and large like this. I'm also going to be chopping up some parsley. This is just going to be like that finishing touch at the end. It just adds like a lot of pretty color to the dish. Then we're going to stick those carrots all in a bowl. We're going to melt a little bit of salted butter just to add right into the carrots. Then we have some olive oil. I like doing these two together because they just roast really nicely and it helps the burning point go up. We also have some honey, some brown sugar, of course, just a few tablespoons, and then we got a little bit of salt, and we're just gonna mix this together until all those carrots are really nice and coated in this mixture. Next, we're gonna add this to a cookie sheet covered in foil, or you could use parchment paper too. And then just spread them out into an even layer. These are gonna bake for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna pull them out of the oven and give them a nice flip and cook them for another 10 to 15 minutes until they're nice and tender. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is this tray can get really, like the tinfoil loves to stick, so you can just rinse it with some water and dish soap and just let it soak. And then our final dish is so yummy. We're gonna top it with some salt and some parsley. How good do those carrots look? You guys, these recipes are seriously so simple. They are easy enough for beginner cooks to make. The next recipe is my cheesy potato casserole. This is actually the first recipe that I ever learned how to make. It is so easy. I made it when I was like 14 years old for a cooking class, which is so funny. It was like a food and nutrition class that I had to make like the dish in front of everybody. So this is definitely a keeper. It is so easy to prep, then just stick it in the oven. Everybody goes crazy over this one too, and once again, it's so easy. Okay, it's cheesy potato casserole time. We are chopping up an onion. We're also gonna preheat that oven to 375 degrees. This recipe has a crispy panko topping that has some garlic butter in it. If you wanna make that, it's totally optional. If you do, then go ahead and chop up a couple garlic cloves. And you want to just mince these nicely. We're also going to shred up some cheddar cheese. You can use white cheddar, regular cheddar, any one you want. Sometimes the regular cheddar, like the yellow, is a little bit prettier. And then we're using simply potatoes for this one. We want the hash browns, no seasoning, just plain. We're going to dump those into a bowl with our onions. You guys aren't going to believe how easy this is. We also have 8 ounces of sour cream. Go ahead and throw that in. We are going to be using a half of a can of cheddar cheese soup from Campbell's. I used to use cream of chicken, but I like the cheddar cheese better. It's just cheesy and delicious. Now we've got 3/4 of our cheese we're going to throw in. We want to save the rest for our topping. We're going to hit it with a little salt and pepper and then just give this a really nice stir to combine it. Next up, we're going to align a 9x13 pan with some butter, or you can grease this with like some cooking spray. I like butter though. And then just go ahead and load those potatoes right in there. We're gonna smooth it out a little bit with our spoon, and then we're gonna top it with the rest of our cheese. Now we're gonna start with that panko topping we talked about. So we just have some butter. We're gonna melt on medium heat in the skillet, add in our garlic, cook it for about a minute, and then we're gonna put our panko breadcrumbs in. We don't need to cook these that long because they're gonna get nice and toasty in the oven anyway. So just cook them for a few minutes, then go ahead and sprinkle on top of the casserole. We're gonna cover this with some foil. Then we're gonna bake this in the oven for 30 minutes. Go ahead and pull that foil off and bake it for another 10. Then just let it cool for a few minutes before you serve it. This one is so addicting. I could literally eat like the whole casserole myself. It's so cheesy and so good. Will be a crowd favorite. Okay guys, let me know in the comments if you're still watching. Give me a thumbs up. Next up, we are making this broccoli crunch salad. It uses just a few ingredients. I've kind of come up with this on my own, but we're gonna be cooking some bacon up just for that nice crunch, and we're gonna be using some sesame sticks. We have broccoli and slaw, and it comes together in just 15 minutes with a honey mustard dressing. It's so yummy, so let's get to it. For our broccoli salad, it's basically a no cooking recipe, except we're gonna be just cooking up a few slices of bacon. I'm gonna have about 6 slices of bacon that I'm gonna cut up and just saute in the pan until nice and crispy. I like to use a traditional or original bacon for this recipe because it just doesn't bring in like too many extra flavors, and it's delicious. As far as like weird ingredients go, we're gonna be using some peppadew peppers. These are optional if you can find them, they're so delicious. They're usually near the olives. I know Harris Teeter has them, that's where I get them. Target doesn't have them. But they are basically just like this, it says picante or peppadew peppers. I think peppadew is the actual brand, but they're like sweet and spicy. They taste so good in Italian dishes, but I'm adding them in here too, just like for a little extra crunch and for lots of flavor. Once that bacon's cooked, you wanna just go ahead and transfer it to a plate. And then as far as chopping goes, I'm gonna give my peppadew peppers just a really rough chop. And then I also have these broccoli florets. You can just use regular broccoli too, but you do want these a little bit smaller. These ones are like kind of huge, so I'm gonna just cut them up a little bit. Like you can see this one, I'm gonna chop up into like 6 pieces or so. But you still want it to be like actual broccoli, just not as big. I like it like about that size. And then as far as the vegetable slaw goes, you can either, sometimes it says broccoli slaw, but this has broccoli in it too. I like this over a coleslaw because it's a little bit like thicker. It has green cabbage, red cabbage, broccoli, and carrots. This is just a 10-ounce bag and it's already ready to go. Next up, we're gonna make our salad dressing, which is just gonna be a honey mustard dressing. I'm just adding in a little bit of olive oil. So we have some honey, we have mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, a little olive oil, and just salt and pepper. Just whisk this together until it's nice and smooth. Y'all, I'm like absolutely obsessed with honey mustard. Like, it's so good. I wanted to do a tablespoon of olive oil in here just to thin it out a little bit, just so it mixes together well. Next, we are literally gonna add everything to a salad bowl, and this is ready to serve. This is such an easy side dish. Into our salad bowl, we're gonna add in our vegetable slaw or broccoli slaw. Then we have our broccoli. We've got some sesame sticks, some peppadew peppers that are chopped. Then we're gonna do dried cranberries and all of our bacon, just sprinkle it around. Next up, we're gonna pour that honey mustard dressing all over the top and then just give this a good toss to combine, and it's ready to serve. You guys, this broccoli salad is sure to be a hit. It is so good. It's absolutely packed with flavors and all kinds of textures. Super yummy, and it only took 15 minutes to make. It's smoky and sweet with all kinds of crunch. So good. All right, guys, we're all done with our broccoli salad. For our last recipe, we are making a Hawaiian macaroni salad. This is one of my favorite recipes to make for barbecues as a side dish. It's creamy and tangy with this perfect sauce. And once again, so easy to make. For our Hawaiian macaroni salad, we're gonna get started with a big pot of water. Just go ahead and bring this to a boil. And then for our prep work, we've got some carrots. We just wanted to shred up, and then everything needs to be grated really fine for this recipe to make it authentic. So we're gonna grate our carrots. We're also gonna grate our onion, and then we're gonna dice our celery really, really small. You can save all that onion juice too and add it right into the salad. It's gonna be really tasty. Next up, we're gonna make our sauce. So we have a lot of mayonnaise in this recipe, guys. We also have some whole milk that we're gonna add in, some apple cider vinegar. And then we're doing some sugar. This is almost like a coleslaw, like the actual sauce. It's super tangy and sweet, and it's so good. And then we're just doing some salt and pepper. And you're just gonna give this a really good stir. Once our pasta is cooked until al dente, we're gonna go ahead and transfer this to a strainer or colander, and then go ahead and spray this with some water. You want this to be really nice and cold and fully dried before you add it into a bowl. And then go ahead and add all those veggies in. And then we're gonna add our sauce on top. And it's gonna feel like a lot of sauce, but we're gonna refrigerate this for a few hours before we actually eat it, and it really soaks into the pasta It gets so creamy and tangy. You guys are gonna absolutely love this one. I could eat this whole bowl again. All these sides are so yummy. Then just stick it in the fridge for a few hours before you serve it. That's it, you guys. We're all done with these 4 easy side dish recipes for Easter. Let me know in the comments, which one are you making? They're all so delicious. I don't think I have a favorite, but I'm definitely doing the Hawaiian macaroni salad. It is so yummy. I could literally eat the whole entire bowl myself. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel for new recipe ideas every single week. I love sharing them with you. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.